जय गौर श्री राधा रमनो विजयते। संध्या कुमार जी, कैन यू सी मी क्लियरली बच्चे? दिशा शर्मा जी, कैन यू हियर मी क्लियरली? दास देवांश जी, कैन यू सी मी क्लियरली बच्चे? I welcome you all to the Sutra Stotra and Shastra class of Nimai Pathshala. This class is specifically in English for all those who willingly want to take the class in English, or for those who do not understand Hindi. Uh, as you all know, and some of you who are joining the class for the first time, Nimai Pathshala has a religious class of one class a week, in which we teach the divine learnings from Srimad Bhagavad Gita. We are doing Sri Vishnu Sahasranam, and we narrate a sutra which is almost time common in all the three classes. I can see many students who love who love the knowledge that is being imparted through this pathshala and coming in all the three classes. And I'm very sure every time you make a particular dish, there is a just little slight change in the taste of that dish, because every time it is made with a different mood and different heart. So that gives it a new flavor. So all those who are attending all the three classes, it's their will, but these classes are specifically meant to be one class a week. At least you must come to one class a week. And Monday and Tuesdays are our Hindi classes, in which the entire learnings are being told in Hindi. But Monday is specifically English class. So if somebody has joined today not knowing that this is going to be an English class, they can again join us tomorrow, same time, for the Hindi class. The Monday and Tuesday classes are running absolutely parallel. The Sunday, Monday, Tuesday classes are absolutely parallel in Vishnu Sahasranam, but when it comes to Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Sunday being an older batch, so we are on the chapter number 14th, actually 15 now in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. But in Sunday and in Monday and Tuesday class, we are on chapter number 8. Today we are going to complete chapter number 8, and then from the next week we are going to start with chapter number 9. Before we come on to the main course of our class, let's first pray in the lotus feet of Radha Raman and express our gratitude, our dedication, our love in his lotus feet. कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरये परमात्मने प्रणतः क्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः श्रीरामाय वयं नुमः श्रीगौराय वयं नुमः वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरौ श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजन सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च अहो भाग्यम गौर मार्गानुवर्तिनां देवो राधारमण यत्र यद्गुरुर्गुणमञ्जरी पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूप स्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम् हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। श्री राधा रमण लाल की जय। श्रीमन चैतन्य महाप्रभु की जय। श्री वृंदावन धाम की जय। श्री सद्गुरुदेव भगवान की जय। श्री सभी भक्त वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे श्याम। निताई गौर हरि बोल, गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतिता नाम पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. Firstly, a very humble request, and I will really appreciate if you all obey me on that aspect, that I am wholeheartedly extending my Radhe Radhe to all of you, and from my heart accepting your Radhe Radhe as well. So please, nobody will write unnecessary Radhe Radhe or unnecessary comments during the class, because whenever we are talking about something very serious and somebody writes something in the chat box, automatically the entire class gets deviated, including myself. So it is very, very important to understand. Menu, who please tell me how to do what to do I do. You just have to sit with your heart and mind relaxed. You would know by the end of the class what you have to do. You have to do nothing. You just have to keep your ears open, your eyes open, and just listen what you're being told in the class. And by the end of the class, I will keep 5 minutes to entertain what all you want to write. Please don't write anything, not even to me in my personal window. I'm not in Jaipur anymore. I'm back to Vrindavan. I was in Vrindavan, then I'm back to Gurugram, which is my Karma Bhumi. So I'm not visible to Radharamaniya. How is it possible? Priya, am I not visible? I'm visible. Akshat, I'm visible. See, you don't need any Divya Drishti to see me. You can see me with your normal eyes. So please be very attentive in the class. So before we start the class, there's one more important announcement I have to make. As I in the last class I told everybody that we are going to have the Shitotsav of Shriman Mahaprabhu on the 1st of February. But due to some unexpected reason, that has been postponed to 16th of February. On 15th February, Radha Ramanji accepted me in Vrindavan. That is the day I got the association of Maharaji in my life. So we are going to celebrate this festival of my life, at least. I don't know if this is a festival for Maharaji or not, but for me, definitely it's a big festival. So we are going to celebrate it with Priya Ramanju on 16th of February. Now you all have a lot of time to plan. It's a Sunday also. So if you are anywhere around, or can come to Gurugram, Delhi. Not Gurugram, it's Gurugram only. So you can come to Delhi, and if you want us to make some arrangement for you, we'll do that as well. 16th of February, Sunday, we are going to have a very, very big festival with Priya Ramanju in Delhi. So we're going to celebrate him. We are going to celebrate Shitotsav plus Basantotsav with him. And also, a small part of it could be the anniversary of me and Maharaji. So, if anybody can come, we'll be more than happy to have you with us on that special day. Okay, now let's get back to our class. Today, the class is going to be interactive because I'm going to start the class in the reverse order. Today, we are not going to start the class with Bhagavad Gita. Today, we are going to start the class with the Sutra, and then we are going to have Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and then we will conclude with some question answers. We are not doing Vishnu Sahasranam today because the reality is that a lot of students are pending on to learning Shri Vishnu Sahasranam, and honestly, those people who are not confident themselves should never, express their underconfidence towards others. Even me myself, I've been so busy that I have not learned the last two shlokas myself. So I am accepting and saying that I will be doing it in this coming week. So you all also please be updated with the pronunciation, recitation, and if possible, the learning of Sri Vishnu Sahasranam, because I'm telling you, if you are doing it with the class, you are going to achieve something super great in your life. If you know nothing, because Kalyug is all about taking the names of Sri Bhagwan, and if you know Vishnu Sahasranam, then I think even if you're doing just Sahasranam every day, which language do you understand, Janvi? Please don't write. What do you want to do in Kashi? What's happening in Kashi? Kumbh is happening in Prayagraj. I'm sitting in Gurugram. Are you in Kashi, Janvi? So please don't distract the class. Please be good children. I'm very sure I'm not teaching nursery students. I'm teaching good, knowledgeable Vaishnavs. So what was I saying? I forgot. So we're going to start with the sutra part of the class, and you all must learn Vishnu Sahasranam. Today I posted a reel which is amazingly effective if you feel that you don't learn things very quickly, if you feel that some things are very difficult for you to learn. And trust me, this is something trial and tested. The first thing Maharaj ji taught both the daughters was Guru Graha Padan Gaye Ragurai. And my girls used to lisp in that, but he said it is the first thing everybody should learn in their life, because when you say this, your grasping power, your concentration power increases. So every day, before studying, before going to office, before opening your task, before doing everything that you're doing, before learning the shlokas of the week, you must speak at least 3 times Guru Graha Paran Gaye Ragurai Alpakala Vidya Sabapai, and then only start with it. I'm telling you, this chopai brings so much of energy around you that you are able to concentrate more, and your energy to grasp those shlokas or the equation becomes better. So try it out at least for a month, and then you would see a change. Don't question that, oh, how is it this possible? Try it. And if it doesn't work, then don't ask me, then ask Tulsi Das. This is not my, this is something that Tulsi Das ji has written in Sri Ramcharitamanas ji. So it has to be true for all of us. So quickly, we'll start with the sutra part of the class. Please, this is going to be an interactive class. I am going to narrate the sutra, but you are going to tell me what do you really think that sutra inspired you with. So once what happened? Once Gurudev was going on a yatra of prachar. When he was leaving his ashram, he called his two devotees and told them that I have a task for both of you for the next 2 years till the time I'm not coming back. So both the devotees were very curious to know that what is that seva that Gurudev wants to give us. So when Gurudev was about to leave, he called both of them and gave each one a handful of grains. He said that I am giving you one handful of grains, and when I'll come back, I want you to do something with this grain so that I do not get disappointed. I want to be happy when I come back to see these grains. So both of them were very curious and very, they were thinking that, okay, Gurudev has left and he has given us one bowl of grains. What should we do? What should we do? So the first one was sitting and very calmly he was thinking, what should I do with these grains? And then he realized these grains are given to me by my Gurudev. So once my Gurudev is not there, what should I do with them? Let me serve these grains as my Gurudev. So what he did, immediately got a bowl. He put those grains in the bowl, and then what he started doing, he put tilak on that bowl. He put some rice on that bowl, and he started doing arti of that bowl. Now he said that since my Gurudev physically is not here, I am going to pray to this bowl till the time my Gurudev is not coming back. So he started doing this every day. The second devotee was also very curious that what I should do. He thought a lot, and then he thought that I will go back to my village till the time Gurudev is not coming back. He went back to his village, and then when he reached there, he told his father that, Father, I need some part of your land. So father asked him, why do you need it? He said, I want to bow these grains in the land so that they can become plants and I can extract more grains from these handful of grains. So the father said, okay, fair enough. So he gave him a land, and that other devotee sowed the seeds and was waiting for the seeds to grow so that those grains could give more grains and those more grains could give more grains. So this is how the cycle started. The first devotee was every day worshipping those grains like Gurudev, was taking care of them, giving them water, giving food to all to those grains. Like we serve bhog, so he used to put bhog, he used to give water, he used to talk to the grains. And on the other hand, the other devotee had sown the grains in the land. After 2 years, Gurudev came back. Now, Gurudev was curious to know that what both of them have done with those grains. So he called the first devotee and asked him, I gave you a handful of grains. What did you do with them? So the first one said, Gurudev, you'll be very proud of me because there is nobody in my life who is more precious to me. So I have put those grains in a box and I have been preserving those grains and serving those grains like they are a part of you. They are very close to my heart. They are very well taken care of. So Gurudev said, really? And he said, immediately when he said really, he immediately went inside, got that box, opened that box in front of Gurudev, and 2 years old grains, they were stinking like anything. Gurudev was like, okay, please close it back. It's smelling really bad. And then Gurudev was really sad when he heard that that particular devotee, that Shishya, has done this to those grains. He went to the second devotee and asked him, what did you do with those grains? He said, Gurudev, please wait. He called his father. After 10 minutes, his father came on a bullock cart. And that bullock cart had a lot of sacks of grains. And then when his father reached, he said, Gurudev, the one that you gave me, I sowed those grains in the land. And from those grains, new grains came. I sold them off, kept few, again sowed them, more grains came, then again I sold them. So this is the money that I have collected from selling those grains in the past 2 years. And this is my fresh cultivation that I am offering in your lotus feet. Gurudev was really, really happy. Gurudev said, this is what I really expected. This is what I really wanted. It doesn't matter what you have. If you have something and you have not given that best knowledge that you have within you to other people, this will never become big. This is never going to please Radha Ramani. This is never going to bring happiness to your Gurudev. Dekhiye, it is very, very important to understand one thing here. This story says the expectation of Gurudev from two devotees. But this is not just the story of grains, Gurudev, and the Shishya. This is a story where Gurudev, where Bhagavan is clearly indicating that if you have knowledge, if you are reading a lot, if you're listening a lot, and whatever you are reading and listening becomes stinky, it becomes useless if you are not using that knowledge in your practical life. Everybody's coming to the class getting very much motivated with the sutras that I recite. Oh, Ma, today's sutra was beautiful. It told us that we should be patient. It told us that we should not hurt anybody. And the moment we ended the class, mother said, Bache, can you get me a glass of water? I'm very busy. Don't talk to me. I don't have time for all of this. Then that knowledge is just like those grains in the box. That grains are there, but they're of no use. Neither he has eaten them nor he has sown them. They have become stinky. They're of no use. If you are actually knowledgeable, if you are actually worthy, if you're actually that blessed one, then you need to understand the knowledge that you are gaining. It is very important to firstly implement it on yourself. Sometimes we are gaining knowledge from shastras, from everywhere else. Why? Because we want to prove the world that we are smarter than them. That knowledge will not take you anywhere. Till the time the knowledge that you are gaining is not making you humble, the knowledge that you are gaining is not bringing a change in you, the knowledge that you are gaining is not making you a better person, that kind of knowledge is of absolutely no use. But here the story is actually reflecting that when you are implementing that knowledge on yourself, then what is happening? When that person sowed those grain seeds in the land, what came out? More grains came out. A handful of grains resulted in sacks of grains. This is the ideal state of being a human. When you are learning good things from good places, then you are implementing those good things on yourself, and then you are making the people around you good as well. You are inspiring them to be a better person in their lives by being or wanting to be like you. So Bhagwan becomes happy not with those people who are very knowledgeable. Bhagwan becomes happy with those people who are gaining the knowledge to become better versions of themselves. And and by becoming better versions of themselves, what are they doing? They are inspiring the world to also be a better place. People want to be like Shruti. Why? Because I have seen Shruti. She never loses her temper. There is something in her that just keeps her calm in the adverse the most adverse situations. This she's really good at it. I want to be like her. When people admire you like this, then your real knowledge is coming into practice. It is very, very important. This is what this story reflects. But now I would want you to all to think out of the box and give me few more realizations. For I think 5-10 minutes we can have few students express what they felt with this story. What do they really think that really inspired them from this story? And then we'll move on to Sri Mad Bhagavad Gita. So first I'll give a chance to Mansi Nagarji. So let's see what Mansi has to say. Quickly, Mansi.
Radhe Radhe Maria.
Radhe Radhe Lali.
First of all, I'm really grateful that the same eyes that saw Radha Raman are now watching me. So
Oh, I'm so
thank
blessed
you.
that you've compared or you've given the relation of my eyes that they see Radharaman. Wow, you've given a new vision of me seeing myself in the mirror. Thank you for making me feel more beautiful about myself. Thank you.
So
Yes, bache.
Maria, I got. Am I audible?
Yes.
So Maria, I have got like two types of what do you say realization from this. First
Mm-hmm.
one is you are the personification of that first second student's teaching, that you have everything, you have all the facilities. If you wanted, you could have just sat in your room and do your bhakti and ultimately reached moksha or Radha Ramanji. But you decided to share that you know knowledge with us, and that too in free. So you are kind of doing Radha Ramanji's seva, and you are also spreading that whatever your Guruji has shared with you. So that
So
thing, and
beautiful.
the
That
other
was
thing
what
that I
Mansi is trying
realized,
to say is really beautiful here. That the second devotee, he didn't just think about himself. He could have sowed those grains in the land and yet could utilize the money on himself. But what did he do? He got the grains and the money he earned from these grains for his Gurudev. And he did prachar of those grains, if you say in typical words. So that is what
yeah,
made Gurudev happy, that I gave him something in a very small amount, but then from his own wisdom, from his own realization, he made that knowledge even bigger. The knowledge becomes bigger not by gaining more knowledge. Knowledge becomes bigger when you share that knowledge with other people. Mahaprabhuji shared the knowledge of Harinam with his parshads, with the people who were there with him all the time, and those people who were there with him all the time, they further shared it with their people, and their people shared with their people, and their people shared with their people, and soon it became a revolution, it became a movement. So this is how you do prachar. Very, very nice, bache. Mansi, proud of
the
you, this
other example can
realization
I have?
that Radha Ramanji becomes happy only when you are doing something by not just thinking about yourself, but for thinking about everybody, thinking about he could have served other people. He grew the grains, and what did he do? From those grains he filled the stomach of other people. He helped them, he gave them food, he gave them energy. This is how what a devotee should ideally do. Whatever good you have, whatever good knowledge you have, characteristics you have, you must inspire other people from those, so that others people can also become like you. Very nice. Akshat and Anurag will say the next realization.
Radheshyam Maya.
Radhe Radhe bacche.
Maya, like Bhagwan ji gave the Gita Gyan to Arjun
Mm-hmm.
so that his ignorance could be washed out, or he could be like Arjun ji should could be in a beta version. But
Yes.
but the whole point was there that he Arjun ji could apply it practically, and also get others could get influenced, because
Mm-hmm.
it was not, but the conversation was not like between just Bhagwan and Arjun ji, like it was for us also to learn from Arjun ji. Yeah.
So, so nice. So, this is what when the devotee got everything for his Gurudev, then it gave a lesson. Like Bhagwan Shri Krishna gave lesson to Arjun, so that other people can also get benefited from the lesson which Bhagwan Shri Krishna, like we all are getting benefited because we are reading Bhagavad Gita every week. So the same way, when that student got those grains and the money for Gurudev, it inspired other people of the Gurukul as well, that what is the absolute right way of doing the thing. So very, very nice, Anurag and Akshat. So the other one also wants to say something. Two
Hare
people in
Krishna.
the same screen. Radhe Radhe बच्चे.
Maya वैसे सेम ही था, but the guru also like उन्होंने expect करके रखा था अपने student से कुछ, तो
Yes.
we should not expect anything from others, क्योंकि फिर जब वो वापस आए उन्होंने संदूक खोला तो sad हो गए थे थोड़ा, तो उन्हें expect नहीं करना चाहिए था।
भैया one thing. और
So he's
जैसे
saying that it is very nice. They see, whenever Gurudev, you have to understand Gurudev is nobody very normal or somebody who's very ordinary. He's not, he's looking ordinary to our eyes, but he's not. And whenever he is talking to us, or whenever he's giving us a task or saying something to us, that is just not a statement or a task. He is giving something much more deeper. Whenever Gurudev is asking you to do something, na, you have to be very careful and you have to keep your eyes open when you are around Gurudev, because the gestures that he's doing, things that he's saying, whatever he is saying to you has much deeper meanings. Gurudev wanted to motivate all the students who are studying in the Gurukul towards doing this service of serving everybody around. That is why he gave this task to one of the best students of the Gurukul, that this is how things flourish. That's what brings, even though if somebody who had been very much fond of himself, when the first one said that, Gurudev, I treated these grains like you, like God, he should have felt very good. The real guru is not the one who wants to be felt like God, who wants people to make him feel like God. But a real guru is the one who teaches you the learnings of the God and brings you much more closer to the God. I'm telling you, if you are under association of somebody who is eventually making you forget Radha Raman Lal, and he is making his learnings, teachings are making you fall in love with him. If you're thinking that, okay, Radha Raman Lal to chodo, Maiya badi pyari hai. Leave Radha Raman Lal. I just want to come because I want to see her. I want to talk to her. That means somewhere my teachings are not going in the right direction. But if after taking my class, and even though you have not taken darshan of Radha Raman, and now you say, I don't know, may anything happen, I want to meet Sri Radha Raman. I also want to stand in front of him and sing Radha Raman, Radha Raman, Radha Raman Kaho. That means that day, I would say you have chosen the right person to show you the right path towards bhakti. It is very, very important. So Gurudev did not become happy when he said that I treated this box of grains as you, as God. But when he said that I have used these grains in serving the people, I have used these grains to do something that will bring prosperity, prachar into picture, then Guru becomes happy. That is the reason it is believed that Guru is not the one who wants to become like God. Guru is the one who brings you closer to the God. You, after listening to your Gurudev, you are much more in love with Radharaman. So the next realization, I will give a chance to Ria. Yes, Ria.
Radhe Radhe Ma.
Radhe Radhe, many, many congratulations. She had a very tough exam. She messaged me and she's like, Ma, I'm very thankful. I got relieved by the learnings of the class that kept me calm during this time. And I'm very happy that you were able to give a good exam.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you. It's
So what
always
did you think about the Sutra, Bacha?
so, Ma. My realization about the sutra was that the intent of both the devotees was pure. Kind of, the first one was trying to serve it, by praying those, seeds and everything, and the second one was also doing his best. But I think sometimes we miss out that practicality in bhakti. People expect, if if someone is a preacher and he or she is speaking in English, or roaming in big cars, or enjoying the luxuries of the world, so people assume, like, I don't know, the जो बाहर देख रहे होते हैं, से they forget the practicality in भक्ति, तो शायद लोगों को इसी से डर लगता है. So I think हमें भी, जो लोग भक्ति में हैं, उनको बिल्कुल ऐसे स्टिफ रहकर कुछ भी ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए कि हाँ, we are in this world so we should be practical enough, ताकि हम दूसरों को भी ये कह सकें that it is normal. You can, लोग डरते भी हैं इस चीज से कि यार हमें ऐसा करना पड़ेगा, we
So
can't do.
sometimes, we are doing bhakti with the right intention, but
Hmm.
our purpose of doing can sometimes be deviated. Like, for example, the both of them had a pure intention, but you have to align the intention of doing bhakti with the real, you can say, scenario that has
Hmm.
to be achieved through bhakti. What does bhakti means? Bhakti means becoming pure, connecting yourself to Supreme, and then what does the Supreme has guided you to do? Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama Kevalam. That means you do nothing, you just have to do Harinam Sankirtan. You have to do Nam Jap, you have to do you have to serve the other people. So sometimes bhakti done only for yourself, bhakti done with an intention that I want to achieve Bhagwan Shri Radharaman. Only I. This is my box whom I will be serving as God, and by serving this as God, I will be able to achieve the God. No. You will not be able to achieve the God if you are just selfishly serving Him so that you can achieve Him. The day you will start to serve Him by making many more servants for Him. Bhagavan is Yasya Smarana Matrena Janma Sansara Bandhanat Vimuchyate Namastasmai Vishnave Prabha Vishnave Namasamasta Bhutanam Adi Bhutaya Bhubrite Anek Rupa Rupaya Bhaiya. You being one servant will not be able to serve him completely. So he needs Anek Rupa Rupaya Vishnave Prabha Vishnave. So Bhagwan will become happy not when you are selfishly serving him so that you can get benefited. In fact, Bhagwan becomes happy when you are serving him with the right intention and then inspiring people around you to serve him as well. Again, inspiring, not forcing. Don't tell the people to serve Krishna. You serve Krishna beautifully. You become amazing people in your lives. Now, a lot of people want to be there. Some people, when you admire somebody, then people start to talk, walk, or maybe make a hairstyle of like that person, or they would want to replicate some gestures of that person. So the same way, when you become an ideal Vaishnav or ideal human, then people want to become like you. So when you must understand that you have to become those personalities that people should identify with, becoming as role models. So it is very, very important that we have to do bhakti. Sometimes doing bhakti with the right intention can also make you take a U-turn towards Mrityu Sansara Sagra, because when you are doing it with a selfish interest, then you have to come back again. But when you are selfless, Radha Raman Lal, I am doing bhakti, I am doing chanting, I am giving parikrama, and I'm feeling so good about it. I feel so loved. I feel so complete. I don't think now I need the world anymore to pamper me, because I can feel that you are taking care of me. But now, this realization, this beauty, this anand which I am experiencing, why aren't people around me experiencing? Why they are still crying? Why they are still complex? My heart cries to see people who are still crying for other people. I have to motivate them to fall in love with Krishna and experience this divinity, so that they also become like us. They also become like Radha Ramaniyas. So it is very important. Bhakti should be done with the right intention and the right way. And right way of doing bhakti is that first, gaining the knowledge, using that knowledge in your practical life. If you are very smart enough that you know that one should not speak a lie, one should not speak a lie. And if you are yourself speaking the lie, it means that even though you are knowledgeable, but that knowledge has no value. So firstly, whatever knowledge you have, implement it on yourself. And when you implement it on yourself, then inspire the other. This is how bhakti grows. Okay, so this is very, very important. Last chance I will give somebody, and then we'll quickly move to Srimad Bhagavad Gita. I want to give Vrindavan. You have talked to me a lot of times. I know I really want to give you a chance, but I would want to give somebody, a new face, a chance. So Omji is really enjoying the class. His gestures are very, very, he's enjoying the class a lot. So Omji will say something today. Bache, can you unmute yourself? Yes, Lala. Oh, wait. Omji is very excited when I'm telling him to unmute. He's also pressing. Yes. Radhe
Radhe Radhe
Radhe.
Maya.
Radhe Radhe Lala, how are you?
Yeah, fine Maya.
Hanji
Maya,
Bacha.
from this story, I conclude that just like Guruji, Bhagwan Ji has given equal opportunities and everything to all his devotees. Just like
Wow.
humans, after so many
Superb.
births, God has given us a human birth. But many of us, like the second one, didn't utilize this human birth, and
Wow.
he just he but the other one just like the other one, the devotee, the real devotee, utilized the knowledge given by the God, just like Bhagavad Gita, chant Bhagwan's name, do
Wow.
kirtan, and then ultimately got moksha. So I conclude that here Bhagwan ji given every equal opportunities to
Superb. So can
all
we
of
all
us.
like clap for Om? This is thinking out of the box. Wow, Om. Even I did not think about this, but you've given such a good perspective that Gurudev gave both the devotees the same amount of grains. So Bhagwan is also that same personality who gives equal opportunity to all the living beings on this planet. It is up to us that we make it or we break it. It is up to us that we use that opportunity of being born as a human, being born in Bharat, being born as Vaishnav, related to Radha Raman Lal, taking classes of Nimai Pathshala. This is the rarest of combination a person gets in his life. And even after Radha Ramanji preparing the entire prasadam for you, putting the entire prasadam in the plate, now making a beautiful bite from the prasadam for you, and he's offering that, please eat it, and then you're saying, oh, I don't think I'm hungry. It's just like that. So you have to be very, very wise that Radha Ramanji has given equal opportunity to everybody. It's up to us that in this birth we do our best. We do Nishkam Bhakti. We serve the devotees. We take the name of the God and then make this birth valuable, valid. Very, very nice, Om. I think this is something really out of the box, and you really, really made me happy. Thank you so much,
Thank
Bache.
you. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
So after talking to Om, okay, I'll give one chance to Kunal also, and then we will move ahead to Srimad Bhagavad Gita quickly. Yes, Kunal.
हरे कृष्ण मैया।
Radhe Radhe बच्चे.
तो मैया मैंने ये देखा कि गुरुदेव ने हमको सेम अपॉर्चुनिटीज दी,
हम्म,
और ट्रू डिवोटी वो होता है जो सिर्फ अपने को इस स्टेज ऑफ लाइफ से एलिवेट करने की ना सोचे, बल्कि दूसरों को भी एलिवेट करने की सोचे इस मिजरेबल
Yes,
स्टेज ऑफ लाइफ से।
so beautiful. A real devotee is not the one who wants to get elevated, who wants to become, special in the eyes of God, but the one who wants not just him, but everybody around should also become special, become devotees, become the servants of the Supreme.
To spread the message of Gurudev in short.
And yes, he should spread. So see, the grains that he was growing is actually the message of his Gurudev, and by multiplying that message, he was serving so many people around him. So we should also spread the learnings that we get from the class and from our Gurudev to the maximum number of people. That is only going to bring us closer to our most beloved, cutest, most handsome Sri Radha Raman Lal. So on this note, we will quickly move to the second part of the class, which is Srimad Bhagavad Gita. We are going to end chapter number 8 today. We are just 3 shlokas behind. So I will quickly do the 3 shlokas today. And from the next class, we are going to go ahead with the 9th chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita and the next 2 shlokas of Sri Vishnu Sahasranam. Okay. So quickly, the shlok for today is going to reflect on your screen. I will speak very slowly so that you can also try to speak the shlok with me. शुक्ल कृष्णे गतिह्येते जगतः शाश्वते मते एकया यात्यनावृत्तिम् अन्यया वर्तते पुनः शुक्ल कृष्णे गति ही एते जगतः शाश्वते मते एकया याति अनावृत्तिम् अन्यया आवर्तते पुनः ही क्योंकि जगतः जगत के एते ये 2 प्रकार के शुक्ल कृष्ण शुक्ल पक्ष और कृष्ण पक्ष अर्थात देवयान और पितृयान गति मार्ग शाश्वते मते सनातन माने गए हैं एक या इनमें एक के द्वारा गया हुआ अनावृत्तिम जिससे वापस नहीं लौटना पड़ता उस परम गति को प्राप्त होता है अन्य या दूसरे के द्वारा गया हुआ फिर वापस लौट कर आता है सो भगवान इज सेइंग दैट all the months of the year are divided into 2 phases, Shukla Paksh and Krishna Paksh. In one phase, the moon is becoming brighter. And in one phase, the moon is becoming darker. So one phase starts from no moon to full moon, and one starts from full moon to no moon. So Bhagwan is telling that every person dies between these 2 phases. So it is depending upon which paksha a person leaves his body, it defines the kind of gati, the kind of salvation that person gets. The one who leaves his body during the Shukla Paksha, in which the moon is becoming brighter, he is going towards the brightness. That time, the person has to leave the body and he never comes back to the universe. But on the other hand, the one who leaves his body in Krishna Paksha, in that time when the moon is becoming lighter, it's going towards the darkness. At that time, the person leaves the body and again he has to come back to this world taking another body or birth in some other species. So next, quickly the next shloka. नैते सृति पार्थ जानन्य योगी मुह्यति कश्चन तस्मात् सर्वेषु कालेषु योगयुक्तो भवार्जुन न एते सृति पार्थ जानन योगी मुह्यति कश्चन तस्मात् सर्वेषु कालेषु योगयुक्तः भव अर्जुन हे पार्थ इस प्रकार एते इन दोनों स्थिति मार्गों को जानन तत्व से जानकर कश्चन योगी कोई भी योगी न मुह्यति मोहित नहीं होता तस्मात इस कारण हे अर्जुन तू सर्वेषु सब काल में योग युक्त समबुद्धि रूप योग से युक्त हो अर्थात भव निरंतर मेरे प्राप्ति के लिए साधन करने वाला हो डू यू थिंक एनीबडी हैज द पावर टू चूज that what time he wants to leave the body? No. Can you tell? What will be that time? What will be the phase? Will it be daytime? Will it be the night time? But Bhagwan says, I am the one who decides it. Every person leaves the body in either of the 2 phases. But what time you're going to leave only depends upon me. And how will it influence me to make the whole scenario that you leave your body at the right time only when you are doing things for me, when you are doing the activities in your life, not concentrating upon whether this doing this thing will bring me punyas or papas. No, when you are doing everything thinking about, will this make my Radharaman happy? Is this thing going to bring me closer to Radharaman? If if somebody is offering me something which is not good for me, for example, somebody is offering you wine and you have been in a state of your life where you used to like drinking wine, but today when you become a Vaishnav, now you are thinking that will drinking this bring me closer to Radharaman, or will he be not happy seeing me having this. You will clearly have answers of your life. So Bhagwan says a person clearly can admit, a person can clearly know what kind of life he's going to get after leaving this body by the time in which he's leaving his body. So the person who is not concentrating upon time and is concentrating only upon me, then I choose the most appropriate time for him to leave the body, and that time is going to be when you never have to come back to this physical form, physical body. So I'm telling you, don't use your brain in calculating good and bad for yourself. Just one filter of life is enough. Radharaman, is this okay? You will, some people will give you 15-20 minutes, they'll take to answer you. Radharaman Lal will give you instant answer. Instant answer. The moment you are confused, just ask him once. He will clearly tell you, you should not do this. You should do this. This will make your conscious will give you that answer from within. So it is very, very important to only concentration of your deeds should be that what is going to bring me closer to the Supreme. The last shlok of chapter number 8, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, is going to reflect, and then we will finish Srimad Bhagavad Gita's 8th chapter. Vedeshu yagyeshu tapasu chaiva daneshu yat punya phalam pradishtam atyeti tat sarvamidam viditva yogi param sthanamupeti chadyam. योगी पुरुष इदम, इस रहस्य को विदित्वा, तत्व से जानकर, वेदेशु, वेदों के पढ़ने में, तथा यज्ञ तप और दान आदि करने में जो पुण्य फल प्रदिष्टम कहा जाता है, तत् उस सर्वम सबको एवं निस्संदेह अत्येति उल्लंघन कर जाता है और सनातन परम पद को उपैति प्राप्त होता है. When a person fully gets aware of these two differences in the time frames, which are not controlled by us, which are controlled by Radharaman Lal. And if you want him to give you salvation in that particular most appropriate phase of time, in Shukla Paksha, during the day, then you have to work according to him. Then you don't have to work for gaining punyas. You don't have to do yagya to bring welfare to you. You don't have to do tapya to tap to, maybe have more money in your life. No. Then your only concentration becomes that Supreme. And when you are concentrating on that Supreme, then you are not getting any benefits, then you are not getting any aparad, then you are only and only getting Bhagwan himself. It is very important. Whatever you are thinking about all the time, eventually you become that. If you are doing tapa to have more money, that entire tap will give you punyas that will probably bring money to you. But that money will give you comfort only till you are there in this body. And then you have to again choose another body. But Bhagwan is saying the day a person is fully aware that the kind of actions you are doing in your life, if you are concentrating upon those actions to ultimately make you happy, then you are definitely going to leave your body in Krishna Paksha. Then you are definitely going to come back to this world, because you are either doing things for punyas or you are doing aparad, and to fulfill both of them you have to come back to this world. But if you are wanting to get liberated as a soul, then you are only and only performing for Krishna. Then you achieve that Parampad. Then you achieve that eternal place in the eternal home, where once you go, you never have to come back. So honestly, please talk to yourself, talk to Bhagwan Shri Radha Raman every time you feel complexed. You will have instant solutions. You would know people are wanting me to do this, but I know my Radha Raman will become happy seeing me like this, and I'm going to stick to that. Trust me, that thing will never go wrong for you. Never will it will go wrong for you. It might bring some ups and downs, but eventually it will serve to be the best for you. So it is very, very important to stick to the rules of making Shri Radha Raman happy and not fall weak to the traps of Maya around you. It is very, very important. Radha Ramanji definitely takes examination. Only when you pass the examination of class first, then only you are allowed to sit in the grade 2. If you're studying for the whole year and if you're not giving the exam, that means whatever you have studied, you have not studied it properly. Whatever you are learning in the class, if you're not able to relate to all those learnings to your physical life, it is equivalent to studying the whole year and writing wrong answers in the final examination. It is very important. Whenever Radha Ramanji takes you are learning everything in Nimai Pathshala classes. Now, when Radha Ramanji brings a difficult situation in your life, that is your examination. Now you can't fail. You have learned everything. You have understood everything. Now I will not, Radha Raman, I'm not going to fail. You can, you can try to deviate me. You can try to take test of me, but I am all yours. Fully dedicated. No here and there. So when you are strong enough in your difficult situation, then only Radha Ramanji brings you one step more closer to him. This is how you progress in bhakti. So it is very, very important. On this note, we will end today's class. I really request all of you to read the 3 shlokas of Srimad Bhagavad Gita that we have done today. And please learn the shlokas of Sri Vishnu Sahasranam that we have done so far. In the next class on next Monday, we will be starting with chapter number 9 of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Yes, Janvi, I remember. That is why I finished the class 5 minutes early. So I will be taking 2-3 questions in the class right now. If you have any questions, then you can raise your hands. I will give you an opportunity to speak, and you can ask me the question. Yes, Janvi ji, you can ask the first question. Yes, Janvi.
Radhe Radhe Manya. Thank
Radhe
you
Radhe
Manya for
bachche.
this opportunity. Manya, recently in one Satra of Maharaj Ji, I had heard like in day 2 of BP Enclave Bhagavad Katha that where he is explaining the starting shlokas of Srimad Bhagavatam, where he says कि जीव ईश्वर जीव इसलिए है क्योंकि वो भूल गया है कि वो ईश्वर है. तो जीव और ईश्वर एक ही है. हमारे ऊपर बस पर्दा है, इसलिए हम रियलाइज नहीं कर पा रहे कि हम ईश्वर है. और मैया चैतन्य चरितामृत में तो है कि जीवेर स्वरूप है नित्य कृष्ण दास. तो फिर मतलब क्या
See, Jeev
सच है?
means Manushya. Jeev means Jeev is Atma. Atma is a part of Paramatma. Like whatever energy that we have within us is Bhagwan. If I have a full apple and I give you a part of that apple, still when you have that part, you still have the apple. It will not be called as an orange because I've cut the apple and given a part to you, right? It will still be apple. The same is with Manushya. Bhagwan is residing within us. If we start to see, don't ever take this in the wrong direction that if Jeev realizes that he has God sitting within him, that makes him God himself. No, that makes him the servant of the God. God is residing within him to guide him to that eternal path of rightness. In this way, Maharaj is trying to explain that Jeev, which is Atma, he is that Jeev Atma is a part of Paramatma. That is why Jeev is Paramatma. Because if you take out that Jeev, that Atma from this body, then this body has no value. So it is very important. Jiver Swarup hoy Nitya Krishna Das. Gopi Bharatu Pad Kamalayor Das Dasa Anudas. This is our philosophy. Who are we? We are the servants of the servants of the servants of Bhagwan Shri Krishna. So it is very, very important to have this philosophy right. Jeev hi Paramatma hai. That means that the Atma which is residing within this body, which is Jivatma, that is belonging to the Paramatma, the Supreme Personality. If I have given you a part of the apple, I also have the full apple, but you also have a part of the same apple. So that doesn't change the apple into some other fruit, bache. Okay? So that is why Maharaji is saying that Jivatma is Bhagwan. Jivatma is not this body. Jivatma is the energy within this body, not the physical body. So don't think yourself that you are Bhagwan. Please. That will be a disaster. Okay? So the next question. Yes, Vrinda. Vrinda wants to speak very badly. Sorry, Vrinda. I had to give you an opportunity to speak and I made your hand down. Where did you go? Vrinda. Okay. Yes, Vrinda ji.
जय श्री राधे मैया दंडवत प्रणाम।
प्रणाम वृंदा जी। वृंदा महारानी की जय हो। हाँ।
मैया मेरी जिज्ञासा ये थी कि दैट मतलब आप everybody says that the bhav is more important than the actual thing we do for Lord. But when we see that uh, that we do seva at my home, so this is basically the question of my father. He said that why do you do such, मतलब in Hindi we say चोचले, कि
Okay,
ठाकुर जी के
I get
सामने
that.
that you shared the reel that that hand gestures you have to do whenever put bhog or something, or some other you say which itra you should do, which so my dad watched
Bachcha,
it
it is
and he
very
said,
important. I get your question, and this is a question of many people, because people say when bhav is more important, why you want to do it with the right vidhi. See, it is very emotional a part of telling somebody that how much you love them by not just food. If you eat rice separately and dal separately and sabji separately and roti separately, still it will fill your tummy. But you eat rice with dal, you mix it and then you have it. This brings more better taste in your mouth. It makes you more happy to eat that. The taste becomes better. The same way, Bhagwan also relishes the mood only. But when that mood is presented in the most tastiest manner, when it is presented in that manner in which Bhagwan loves to eat. Some people like to eat, like my daughter Tathya. She doesn't like if I just put rice and dal. So what she likes is she wants me to put the rice in a katori, press the rice and then put the katori opposite, and then the mountain of rice should be proper, and then she would eat all the rice. But if I give rice separately and dal separately, she will not eat it. She's like, oh, this is very dirty, I don't want to eat like this. So when it's the same rice, same dal, in one situation she's not eating it, and in the other situation where it is a mountain of rice, she eats it completely. So it is very important that Bhagwan definitely relishes the bhav of every Vaishnav, but when that bhav is expressed in the way Bhagwan likes, then he completely falls for you. That bhav is okay, but she is doing everything the way I like, and I love her for that. Okay? So it is very important. Next
मैया
question.
मैया वो एक चीज और कहती, छोटी सी चीज है मैम मैया, छोटी सी।
Hmm.
वो जब से मैंने जानवा ठकुरानी और आंगन श्रीवास का जो भाव प्रस्तुति देखी है मैया, तब से एक छोटी सी आशा है कि जब भी भाव प्रस्तुति हो, क्योंकि मैं आई डांस वेरी वेल, मतलब मेरा उसमें
Okay.
वो है बहुत ज्यादा, आई गो
Ruchi.
डिस्ट्रिक्ट लेवल कॉम्पिटिशंस एवरी टाइम। सो मैया प्लीज एक छोटी सी सेवा अगर मिल जाए, पर दे की सेवा,
Definitely.
कोई
I'll
भी
keep it
सेवा।
in my mind, and next time when we are doing in Govardhanji, you will be a part of it. I promise.
ओ थैंक यू मैया, थैंक
Diksha Bikaji.
राधे राधे मैया।
राधे
मुझे
राधे बच्चे।
मैंने पहली बार आपकी क्लास ज्वाइन करी, मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा। मतलब पूरे क्लास में
हाँ,
मतलब बहुत बड़ी स्माइल पूरे क्लास में थी। और मुझे ये
हाँ।
पूछना था कि मैया, कि जैसे अपन बोलते हैं कि पैर मत लगाओ इस चीज को, मतलब पैर मतलब फीट को इतना मतलब इम्प्योर क्यों माना जाता है?
Beta, it is not about impurity. Feet are not impure. Like for example, feet को किसी चीज को disrespectfully लगाना, वो तो
हाँ।
हाथ को भी अगर तुम किसी को धक्का मारोगे तो भी disrespectfully माना जाएगा. So that is why when you are giving extra burden on anything, for see, feet को कॉपी को लगाना डिसरिस्पेक्टफुल नहीं होता. कॉपी को फीट से हटाना या उसको टच करना इज अ सेंस ऑफ डिसरिस्पेक्ट. आप किसी व्यक्ति को रिस्पेक्ट शो करने के लिए उसको पैर लगाओगे? It is not the feet, it is the gesture that you are expressing through that kick, that you are not valuing it. So it is not the feet which are impure, it is the gesture. Then, for example, why do you think this poor finger has done anything wrong in her life? Just a part of the hand. She has done everything that all the other fingers are doing. Actually, it does much more than the other fingers. But still, while chanting, this finger is out. Why? Now you would say, why this finger is so impure, Maya? Because this finger is not impure, but the gesture that is being used, that is being done using this finger is disrespectful. We have to point on somebody. When we have to express our anger towards somebody, then always this finger comes out, right? Right?
Yes,
So
yes.
it is not the feet, it is the gesture that you express is actually disrespectful. So we should not do like that.
Thank you, Maya.
Okay, bacha. Can I give? Oh, where is that? Shruti ji. Yes. You are listening to the class so dedicatedly, and I have half of the class I have spoken looking at you only. Radhe Radhe, bache. Yes.
Yes. Actually, I was a part of the Lonavala Bhagavad Katha.
Oh, wow.
So, and I attended
Session.
I attended, yes, the session. So I got connected with you through that.
I hope
So-
I'm not disappointing you in the class.
I hope I am I am a good listener. I
Oh, no,
think
very beautiful.
yes.
Very beautiful
And
listener.
I would like to share. So basically, 1 year ago, I had started to read the Bhagavad Gita on my own, and
Mhm.
since then also I read that there should be someone who should be guiding you, and you should be associated with someone. But I really did not know to whom to get connected to. So I'm really grateful that I got this opportunity, and I'm reading this, and I'm getting to know about Gita and a lot of more things.
Oh, I'm
So
so
I'm
glad.
very
And your words filled with honey have made my day. And I feel more empowered to serve you all with more energy so that I can do anything to make Shri Radharaman happy. Thank you so much. And you keep coming to the class, bache. Gradually, your all queries will somehow get solved once we take questions and then we talk about different things. Then you will gradually get to know things more clearly.
Yes.
Lots and lots of blessings, bache. Rashika ji.
राधे राधे मैया
राधे राधे बच्चे.
मैया मेरे को एक नॉर्मल आई आई वोंट से पर्सनल बट बहुत कॉमन है ये स्टूडेंट्स के बीच में जैसे हम लोग डिफरेंट स्टेजेस ऑफ लाइफ पे बहुत ज्यादा एकेडमिकली फेलियर देखते हैं या फिर एक लो लेवल देखते हैं अभी जैसे राइट नाउ आई एम प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर माय सीए एग्जाम्स और फॉर सम रीजन आई हैव दिस सेल्फ डाउट कि मैंने ग्रेजुएशन में उतना अच्छा नहीं किया या फिर मेरे जैसे मैंने एक कोई फील्ड लेके छोड़ दिया फिर जैसा तो अब मुझे बहुत ज्यादा सेल्फ डाउट आ रहा है कि मैं कर पाऊंगी कि नहीं फॉर मैं मेहनत कर रही हूँ बट इनसाइड ये लग रहा है कि शायद नहीं हो पाएगा
Because
तो
you're taking pressure off the actual goal, beta. मैं हमेशा कहती हूँ that you do not have to worry about the final destination. Radha Raman ji, when you are pressurized that you have to crack the examination, half of your ability to give to your studies dies there and then. Because you're pressurized, oh, this she has cleared, I have to clear, my parents are this, that brings your potential 50% down. And then when you are everyday studying, thinking that, oh, I have to study this, I have to study that, please do not make big goals in your life. Make small targets. Every day, Radharamanji, play. Radharamanji, I am going to study my best. I am going to give my best. You are going to do wonders in your life. I'm telling you, do not think about what you are going to write in the examination after maybe 7 months when the examination really comes. Prepare every day small bits. then you will not be in self-doubt. Why you're in self-doubt? Because you have to do this. Everybody is doing it. I have to crack it. I don't know. And this brings self-doubt to you. You are amazing. You are wonderful. And you are here to do big things. And big things, by big things, I mean not just the big thing that you have dreamt of, but maybe a lot of big things that Radha Ramanji has planned for you. If I would have worked towards achieving the big thing that I had wanted to do in my life, today I would have been serving some multinational company in maybe some other country. I'm not even kidding. But that was my big plan, which failed badly. But that failure brought the biggest happiness in my life. I'm serving you all like a servant of Radha Raman Lal. So don't be in self-doubt. You love Radha Raman ji?
जी जी बिल्कुल
You have
बिल्कुल
full faith in him.
बिल्कुल मैम
So make small targets of every day today and don't over pressurize yourself. Okay? Do what is practically possible for you in the day. Do that with a calm mind. Radha Ramanji, I am going to give my best. That doesn't mean, okay, I'm not studying anymore because Maya has told that Radha Ramanji will take care of the plan. No. You have to work hard. You have to do your course. You have to divide your entire syllabus smartly. Work hard every day. And then whatever you'll write in the exam, that Radha Ramanji will take care. You have to do your bit. You cannot control what is going to come in the examination. But what you can control, you can prepare for it like gradually. Okay? So please do not over pressurize yourself.
मैया
If
एक
you're work,
छोटा सा क्वेश्चन और था मैया मैंने 2 दिन पहले ही कंठी माला डाली है बट मेरे घर में कोई नहीं मतलब वो सब लोग
प्यार के रहते
प्यारलेस
मारे
नहीं है
पहनी है, डर के मारे पहनी है? बताओ।
प्यार था इसलिए बहुत ज्यादा प्यार था इसलिए मेरे को
हाँ,
ऐसा लगा कि
तो
मैंने
प्यार
पूरा
किया तो
लाइफ
डर
इतना
क्या फिर?
वेस्ट कर देंगे
देखी
तो
जाएगी
क्या ही
क्या होगा
फायदा
एग्जामिनेशन में। हाँ।
तो मैया मतलब कुछ चीजें तो नॉर्मली सबको पता है कि ये चीजें नहीं करनी चाहिए बट इन जनरल भी लाइफ में हमें कंठी माला पहनने के बाद क्या-क्या चीजें अवॉइड करनी चाहिए जैसे चाय कॉफी दिस थिंग्स
Beta,
लाइक
this
दिस
all these things have to be asked from the parampara or the guru from whom you are going to take initiation. Every pranali, every parampara sampradaya has different rules. In one sampradaya, Tulsi ji is considered very important for serving Krishna. In other sampradaya, in other ways of philosophies, somewhere you'll find that Tulsi ji is not used at all in serving Krishna because she's considered in a different mood, who's physically serving the Lord. So there are a lot of things. So you first have to understand and express that where you are fully dedicated. If you are already dikshit in some sampradaya, then whatever the acharya of that sampradaya will guide you, that you have to follow. For
बट आई एम
example, if you
नॉट
ask me,
दीक्षित
so if you're not
आई एम
dikshit, so
नॉट
you have to ask somebody whom you feel that you want to be under the guidance of that pranali. For example, if you ask me, and when it comes to taking tea and coffee, there are paramparas, same parampara, but the acharyas in that parampara, they will say you're not supposed to take tea and coffee. But when you are taking diksha in some other in that very own sampradaya, but your Gurudev says that if you want, if that is becoming, don't, देखिए सर्वत्र अति सर्वत्र वर्जयते. If you are doing excess of anything, that is going to bring bad results to you. But if you are taking something in a regulated form and your Gurudev has approved of it, then that is not going to bring any aparat to you. So all these things have to be asked from that pranali acharya whom you are wanting. But for now, when you are not dikshit at all, you can do Mahamantra, you can wear kanthi, you can do Mahamantra on Tulsi Mala, and chai coffee, you can try to control. If you are able to leave it, very good, leave it.
I
And
have
if you're
left
not
it
able to,
actually because I have
and if,
heard that it's a kind of intoxins क्योंकि आपको लत लग जाती है फिर एक पॉइंट के
so
बाद
that is what I'm saying
तो
ना,
मैंने
लत नहीं
छोड़
लगनी
दिया
चाहिए. If you are
हाँ
not, देखो लत तो इस दुनिया में बेटा किसी की भी नहीं लगनी चाहिए. चाहे वो तुम्हारे घर वाले क्यों ना हो, चाहे वो तुम्हारा खाना क्यों ना हो, चाहे वो तुम्हारी कुछ भी क्यों ना हो. लत तो इंटॉक्सिकेट तो हर चीज करेगी जिसकी लत लगेगी. ठीक है. किसी व्यक्ति को खाने की इतनी लत होती है, उसके लिए तो खाना ही सबसे बड़ा सिन है, तो खाना थोड़ी छोड़ दोगे. So it is very important to be balanced. Somebody who has left tea and coffee and is craving for tea and coffee all the time and not able to do anything, that is not going to make you progress in bhakti. So everything should be balanced. That is what I'm trying to say. There is no extreme to everything. Extreme comes from within. When you start, you be balanced. You feel like craving a little bit tea, coffee. You are not um, Dikshit right now, you are not sure, then you can try to control it by reducing it. If you leave it immediately, then you will be thinking more about tea and coffee and less about Bhakti, Radha Raman and your examination. Okay, so it should be a gradual thing. I have heard leave everything, the next day you left everything and then you become crazy. Because these
Actually,
are some.
before wearing Kantimala for 1 month, I have stopped eating प्याज लहसुन, coffee,
Very
tea,
good.
everything.
Very good.
Then उसके बाद मेरे को ऐसा लगा कि now I am ready. इसके
Yeah.
मतलब मेरे parents बहुत ज्यादा विरोध में थे इसके, but I was like, I want to have it, so maybe this is a sign
Good
of
बेटा.
God.
If you are able to leave it, I think ऐसे करके leave कर करके तो बहुत कुछ leave कर देना चाहिए. If you have that willpower that you have happily left it, very, very good. Kudos to you. So there's no
Thank you.
point of talking about it. So you have left onion garlic, very, very important. You must leave it because you're wearing kanthi now. And if you have left tea, coffee also, amazing.
राधे
Okay.
राधे भैया.
Radhe Radhe bache. I have to end the class, but I'll take the last question from Ishika. And then I will end the class quickly because it's going to be 8:45. Okay, I will take one more question of Priyanshu Yadav after this, and then we'll end the class.
Radhe Radhe Maiya Danvat
Please,
Pranam.
chocolate is allowed. Please don't say chocolate is not allowed.
Okay.
Chocolate is allowed, which is eggless. Just ask if it is an eggless chocolate and eat it. It is not going to make you a nashedi or maybe a druggist. Please don't complicate lives. Let it be easy. Just love Radha Raman Lal. Try to be as pure as possible and don't overuse your brain. When you get Dikshit, ask your Gurudev, and everything in a balanced way is good for you. Yes, Ishika ji. I do.
Radhe Radhe Maiya. Radhe Radhe Maiya.
Radhe Radhe बच्चे.
भैया फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई एम वेरी हैप्पी कि जब जब मैं क्लास लेती हूँ आपको देखती हूँ मैं इतनी खुश होती हूँ लाइक आई वाज लाइक मेरा
Same
दिन
here. The feeling is mutual, बच्चा.
मेरा दिन बन जाता है मतलब लाइक पूरा दिन जैसा मर्जी जाए पर जिस दिन आपकी क्लास हो उस दिन मैं आपको देखूं आई वाज लाइक सारा
Oh.
कुछ हो गया सारा प्रेशर जो भी था वो हट गया
So
एंड
sweet.
मैया जब जब आप दिल्ली गुड़गांव आते हो तो मुझे ये पूछना था कि आप तिरुपति बालाजी मंदिर कब आओगे
Oh, you are. Where are you residing?
फ्रॉम निर्माण विहार लक्ष्मी नगर
आप अभी कहाँ रहते हो? अब अच्छा सॉरी दिल्ली में ही. I
Yes,
thought you
I'm
were
Delhi.
actually staying in Tirupati
No, no.
Balaji down
I am
south.
from.
Okay.
I am from New
I just
Delhi.
announced, bache, on 16th of February we are having a festival in Tirupati Balaji.
Yes, Maya. On the 15th February, it's my birthday. So
And
next
15th
day.
February it's my anniversary too, so we'll celebrate together on 16th.
Okay,
Okay?
Maya. Okay,
Great.
Maya.
Lots of love,
Thank you.
bache. Priyanshu.
Thank you so much, Maya.
राधेश्याम मैया.
Radhe Radhe Lala.
मैया मैं वैसे नेपाल से हूँ, जनकपुर धाम से. तो
अरे वाह जय हो.
तो हम लोग तो इधर दूर हैं.
How's your दामाद जी doing?
वो बहुत अच्छे हैं, उनका तो बात ही मत बोल. तो मुझे ये पूछना था कि मैं दूर रहता हूँ और मुझे कोई साधन नहीं मिलता, और मुझे ये पूछना था आपसे कि मैं ऑलमोस्ट 5 ईयर से चाह रहा हूँ कि मैं राधा रमनिया परिवार से जुड़ूं, एज आई वांट टू टेक दीक्षा फ्रॉम महाराज.
Okay.
तो मुझे वो नहीं मिल रहा है कि क्या मतलब क्या करना पड़ेगा और कैसे मैं एंटर
But it is important to take Diksha. The first thing is that you need to prepare yourself a little bit by revising your eating, your thinking, and your actions. The day you are thinking good, eating good, and doing good, that means you are trying to prepare yourself for Diksha. Secondly, you have to start preparing to leave onion garlic. You have to prepare yourself to do a little bit of chanting as well. And when you are comfortable with all these things, then you come to Gurudev. whenever Diksha is happening, wherever Diksha is happening, that you know from the portal of Maharaji, because there is nothing that you do. There are no steps to initiation in our pranali. So when you come, wherever Gurudev is giving Diksha, there are two main Dikshas that Gurudev has in the entire year. One is on Guru Purnima, and second is in Kartik Mas. So these two times you can plan, and you can prepare yourself for the same till the time those two dates come. And when you come to Govardhan Ji or Amritsar, where on Maharaji is there on Guru Purnima, then you can express your feelings towards Radharaman Ji and Maharaji. And then it's up to Maharaji what Radharaman Ji inspires him to do, and then probably you will become officially a Radharamani as well.
तो मैं मतलब मैं वैसे ऑलमोस्ट 6 years हो गए इस्कॉन से जुड़े। इस्कॉन
Very
नॉर्मली
nice.
मैं जाता हूँ और मैं उधर ही से मेनली शिक्षा प्राप्त करता हूँ और यहाँ पे भी इस्कॉन है जो मैं शिक्षा इधर प्राप्त किया हूँ। तो मैं आपने जो नियम बताया मैं वो सब चीज़ कर रहा हूँ।
बस
पर
बहुत अच्छी बात।
मैं कभी वृंदावन नहीं जा पाया क्योंकि मेरे पेरेंट्स दे आर नॉट इन भक्ति।
ओके,
पर हाँ वो लोग नॉर्मल जो एज अ वेजिटेरियन और नॉर्मल धार्मिक किस्म के
चलो
हैं,
बहुत
पर
अच्छी बात है बच्चे। यू
दे
आर
आर
वेरी
नॉट।
ब्लेस्ड that you're in a family, at least they are appreciating your interest towards bhakti. So it doesn't matter. Whenever next time you come to Bharat, or probably you should pray to Radha Ramanjit Maharaj Ji comes to Nepal soon, and you might get Diksha there, you never know. So pray to Radha Ramanji and things will sort soon, bache. Okay, on this note we'll end today's class, and all those who didn't get a chance to speak, next time please don't make such cute faces. I won't be able to end the class. And probably next time we'll give chance to, okay, I sorry, I skipped one name, and that name actually messaged me in the beginning of the class that she wants to ask. Satwant ji, please unmute yourself, and then we will end the class.
Radha Shyam Maiya.
Radhe Radhe बच्चे, you messaged me. I'm really sorry, I forgot.
It's okay, it's okay.
हाँ जी।
First of all, मैं आपको बता नहीं सकती हूँ, इंग्लिश वाली क्लास तो मेरे लिए बहुत ज्यादा लकी हो गया अब। फर्स्ट टाइम आई गॉट अ चांस, इट वाज ओनली मंडेज क्लास, एंड वो मेरी फर्स्ट
Okay.
क्लास थी और फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन उसमें पूछा था।
Sure.
और
Please
आज
ask me.
मैं को गूज़बम्स आ रहे हैं। मैं अभी लिटरली देख रही थी, मैंने कहा अभी टाइम होने वाला है, आई वोंट बी गेटिंग एनी चांस टुडे।
No,
आई वाज
you all have all the chances, bache. You're sitting in the class, your seats are reserved. Radha Ramanji is looking very closely at each one of you, because the kind of dedication and time you're giving in order to understand and fall more for him, that is bringing him more closer to you and making him fall for you even more. So please
I'm
ask your question,
literally
बच्चे।
shaking.
पूछो, क्या पूछना है आपको?
मैया मेरा क्वेश्चन है कि जैसे फ्रॉम बर्थ आई वाज नॉट I didn't got birth in specific Hindu family. I am from Namdhari family. I got birth in Sikh family. My family very rich, spiritual. They do Gurbani, they do Bhakti,
Very
and
nice.
very supportive in all kinds of spirituality. But my question is that when I was 14 years old, the dedication from inside got very strong. I don't know how. I didn't even know about Radha Raman Dar. I didn't even know about I didn't even know anything. I just know that there is Krishna. I used to have a picture of Shri Krishna eating makhan from matki in my house. And 2 years ago, my mother went to Vrindavan with my mamu, because after 14 years, my mamu got daughter. So they went to Vrindavan Dham
So
to
sweet.
thank Shri Krishna. From there, they Lala.
Oh, jai ho, jai ho. Jai ho,
And
Shri.
this time I went to Vrindavan. When I texted you, I brought Lalji, Jagannath
Very nice.
ji.
Jai ho, jai ho. You're serving them properly? So sweet.
Yes, yes, yes.
Very good, beta. Yes. So what you want to ask, बच्चे?
कि जो मेरा इतना टाइम स्किप हुआ है कि मतलब मेरा अटैचमेंट था, मैं सर्व
जागो
नहीं
तब
कर
सवेरा, जब जागो तब सवेरा. Radha Ramanji, when he wants you to serve him, he will give you the right realization and you will start serving him. So whatever has been gone, that was according to his wish only. And whatever is gone, bygones are bygones. Don't think about that. Whatever you have today in your hand, don't even think about the future. Whatever you have today, relish it the most, bache. Okay? Serve your Thakurji
and
very, very nicely.
when will you be coming to Jalandhar now?
I'm coming to Jalandhar on the 2nd of March.
Oh, yes, it's my
We are
birthday
having Nimai
month
Pathshala
as
Kirtan
well.
there.
Yes, Maya, I will be coming.
Okay. Yes, very good.
Thank
Manali
you so
Singh ji,
much.
and then we'll end the class. I will keep taking name, then we'll end the class, and then we will end the class. We will not end the class, but my children will come inside and they'll end the class themselves. Then I think. Yes,
मैम
Manali.
मैम मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि मैं भक्ति और पढ़ाई के बीच में बैलेंस कैसे कर पाऊँ। लाइक जब से मुझे आपका क्लास करना बहुत पसंद आता है, लेकिन लाइक 2 हफ्ते से मैं आपका क्लास कर रही हूँ और मैंने 2 हफ्ते से बिल्कुल पढ़ाई नहीं करी है। मेरा
Oh
इंटर
my God, this is such a bad compliment to me.
नहीं मैम, ये बैड कॉम्प्लीमेंट नहीं है। लाइक मतलब ऐसा हो
No,
रहा
no,
है कि
I'm just kidding.
पता ही नहीं क्या हो पा रहा है कि मैं
Bache,
सिर्फ
it is
पढ़ाई नहीं कर
very
पा रही हूँ।
important how you can balance when you will not differentiate between studying and bhakti. Bhakti doesn't mean sitting in the temple and doing aarti.
मैम
Bhakti.
एक्चुअली ये हो रहा है ना कि मैं पूरे दिन इस्कॉन टेम्पल में बैठी रहती हूँ और वहाँ के जो लाइक वहाँ पे जो पुजारी लोग हैं वो भी मुझे अब जानने लग गए कि अच्छा आज मनाली आई नहीं है। मैम ऐसा हो रहा है।
So this is not a very good signal, bache. Radha Ramanji is not going to being physical in the temple and going to the temple because people in the temple are identifying you. That is not a sense of achievement. I am telling you very honestly that you must go to the temple if you have a routine of going to the temple and taking darshan, but you should be very strict in the on the fact that whenever you go to the temple, you take darshans, come back, because if it is the time for you to study, and if you're not studying is the real form of bhakti for you right now. Please understand. If you are doing everything and you're not studying, which is what Radha Ramanji wants you to do at this time, then you are actually going away from him. Going physically to the temple doesn't mean that you are doing bhakti better. So whenever you start to sit to study, whenever you feel that you want to serve Radha Ramanji, instead of going to the temple, go to the temple once, come back from there after 5-10 minutes, taking darshans, doing aarti. Don't chit chat there. Don't make yourself very, very identifiable in the temple so that people would wait, because that is just increasing your ahankar, bache. I can see that. And it is not good for you. You are a very good child. And if you really want to serve, then you have to completely understand the happiness of Krishna. If Pujari ji is calling you because Manali is coming every day and Manali is, sitting in the temple for the whole day, you are just making the Pujari happy, not Radha Ramanji. And trust me, that is not going to give you another birth in the lotus feet of Radha Ramanji. In fact, you are going to be the next, a form of Pujari ji only. Not the Pujari ji, but the person who's standing there in the on the status of
और
Pujari,
मैम एक
right?
क्वेश्चन और है मेरा कि
Hmm.
मैंने 1 साल से नॉनवेज छोड़ दिया। उसके पहले लाइक मैं जो नॉनवेज बहुत पसंद था। तो मैम अभी ये हो रहा है कि मैं हॉस्टल में रहती हूँ और
हाँ.
हॉस्टल में ये हो रहा है कि मतलब वो सब मिक्स रहता है, मतलब नॉनवेज वेज कोई मतलब अलग से सेपरेटली नहीं बनाया जाता है और मैं वही खाना कंज्यूम करती हूँ। तो इससे कोई प्रॉब्लम तो नहीं है ना?
Beta, you are living in the hostel. If possible, try to, just plead, because in the hostels, I have seen people have arrangements where they can ask the person who's cooking to take out, because a lot of children do that, who are living in the hostel, that please, I am a Vaishnav, please take out these things before you cook anything else in them. So I would just say you should have a hot plate in your room wherein you can cook a little bit for yourself and for your thakuri. That is just going to be a phenomenal job. But if you can't do it, then what maximum you can do is you can request the cook who is cooking in the kitchen that please take out and cook vegetarian. I think vegetarian are cooked in the separate
मैम अलाउ है,
utensils.
बट बंगाल में ये होता है कि फिश भी मतलब वो लोग
I
पूजा
get
के
it.
टाइम पे यूज
Please
करते हैं।
get a hot plate, bacha. Just cook normal dal rice for yourself. I'm telling you, a little bit of effort from this small effort from your side is going to bring you a lot closer to Radharaman, because this is just not an effort. This is a very big form of bhakti. That for being pure for him, you are doing this small service. But please now don't keep cooking the whole day. You're living in the hostel, that's why you're spending the whole day in ISKCON. Otherwise, if you would have lived in a family, then you would have got chapati from your mother or father, right? Please balance it. Go to the temple every day, very good. 5 minutes, go take darshan, come back, and then study very hard, because this is the only thing that is going to work for you, bache, not the pujari ji.
Okay, ma'am.
On this note, we will definitely end the class now, and I will see you all next Monday. Please learn the shlokas of Vishnu Sahasranam, you as well as me. This is the a suggestion to you as well as me, and I will see you all next Monday. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patita nam pavnebhyo vaishnavibhyo namo namah. Shri Radha Raman Lal ki jai, and I love you all too. Radhe Radhe.